What's going on, guys? Your boy Maze here. We're back with another video, and in today's video guys, me doing the versus series between Purgatory Meliodas and LOSTVAYNE Meliodas. The reason why we're going to be comparing these two characters, guys, is because these are the two Meliodas that people run in PvP right now that are going to be the strongest versions of those characters. So LR Meli and Purgatory Meli are the ones that people decide to use because of how strong they are. And in this video, we're going to be discussing both their kits completely and talking about which character is going to be the overall better character for PvP. So let's hop into the video. Before we actually hop into the video, make sure to subscribe to your boy Amazing. We're on the road to the 40,000 subscribers. If you guys have not hit that subscribe button already, man, definitely make sure to. Your boy's been grinding with the content throughout the anniversary, and now that we know we got tier coming up soon as well, you know, I'm gonna be going crazy with the Ragnarok content as well, so definitely make sure to subscribe. With that out of the way, guys, let's hop in and let's go over Purgatory Meliodas' kit first so that we can see what he's capable of before we hop into LR Meli. So for Purgatory Meliodas, the difference between Purgatory Meli and LR Meli mainly is that Purgatory Meli is centered around the demon team. So let's actually go to his passive here. So for Curse of Purgatory, applies 3 shackles of purgatory effects on self at the start of the battle. If an ally takes damage from the enemy skill during that turn, or if the hero uses a skill, 1 shackle of purgatory effect will be removed. Once the effects are completely removed, the hero applies True Magic on self, and True Magic is removed when the hero uses a skill. When True Magic is removed, the hero once again applies 3 shackles of purgatory effect on self, then increases their damage dealt by 40% when attacking enemies that are either in a stance or affected by a debuff. And finally, you know, because you got the whole last paragraph here, applies an effect on the end at the end of the enemy's turn, which removes 1 orb from the ultimate move gauge every time or every turn for 2 turns on enemies who do not use a skill during their turn. And then obviously Shackles of Purgatory is going to be 20% damage reduction. You get 3 of them, so that's 60% damage reduction before you attack or before you're hit. And then True Magic is going to cleanse debuffs from self and then give you 50% attack related stats. So that's going to be the passive for Purgatory Meliodas right there. Now in terms of his cards right here, he's going to have Frenzy, which is going to be 1% additional damage for every hit of every percent of remaining HP on the enemy, and then times 2 pierce rate, which is going to go 200, 300, 500. And then on his AoE skill here, he's going to have Slash, which is additional damage equal to half of the hero's pierce rate. So depending on how much pierce rate I have right here, 125, we're going to get half of that as extra damage on top of this card. So it's very, very strong. And then for his ultimate here, the Trillion Dark, at 6 out of 6 inflicts magic burst damage equal to 750% of attack on all enemies, and it applies suppressed damage taken on self for 2 turns. Magic burst is going to ignore 60% of the crit resistance and 120% of crit defense. And then suppressed damage taken is going to be damage taken from enemy skills does not exceed 40% of max HP. So that is going to be the entire kit of Purgatory Meliodas right there, guys. And in terms of how strong he is right now in PvP, he's one of the better PvP characters for sure. He easily, without him on Demon Team, I don't think Demon Team would be what it is today. And obviously him and Rosa together are like such a really good pairing. Yeah, so that is going to be Purgatory Meliodas right there. Now let's actually go over to LR LOSTVAYNE and let's kind of talk about his kit right here and what he has to offer. Now, before LOSTVAYNE became an LR, he wasn't actually as crazy as Purgatory Meliodas, not even close. But with this update, he actually got a Holy Relic, he got a whole passive revamp and kit revamp as well. So we can go over the kit and see what he's able to do. So for his Holy Relic right here, increases the hero's damage dealt by 10% for every orb in the hero's ultimate move gauge. So up to 50% damage dealt. For his passive right here, Rebate, increases the skill ranks of all the hero's skills and increases crit defense by 30% up to 90% whenever the hero takes critical damage during the enemy turn. In addition, the hero's attack related stats increases by 10% for 3 turns whenever the hero's unique increases skill ranks and can be stacked up to 5 times. So he can actually max out at 50% attack related stats through probably like 2 turns worth of turns, depending on your card RNG with drawing cards on LOSTVAYNE, right? Because if you get you know, cards initially, you get crit on, you get a crit on twice, boom, you get the rank ups, and then you draw another card, you get crit twice, rank up, you get up to 40%, maybe even 50% if you're lucky. So moving on, guys, to his cards here. For his single target skill, he's gonna have Sever single target and Gauge Fill. So you guys can see he does Sever, which is gonna be ×3 critical chance, up to 550%, and then it fills the ultimate move gauge by 2. Very, very strong effect. And then for his second skill here, guys, he's gonna inflict charge damage equal to 130, and then infects for 1 turn, scaling up to 325% of attack, and then infect for 2 turns, which charges just straight up ignoring defense, and then restricting recovery related stats is gonna be infect right there. In terms of LOSTVAYNE Meliodas, his ultimate adds 6 out of 6, increases all of the hero's stats by 20% for 2 turns, then inflicts secret technique damage equal to 450% of attack on all enemies, and deals damage with attribute advantage regardless of the attribute. Secret technique is going to be 80% additional damage per hero skill. Now, guys, that's going to be LR LOSTVAYNE and his entire kit right there. Now let's kind of discuss which character is overall better in the meta and who I think is going to be the stronger character overall. Now, this has to be, I have to preface this already, depending on how much your account is built and what characters you have invested in will pretty much determine whether LOSTVAYNE is going to be better or Purgatory Meliodas. Now, with Purgatory Meliodas, the reason why he might be better is because you have less investment on your LR Meliodas. So I want to say this right now, less investment LR Meliodas, like no Holy Relic, less cosmetics, less dupes, is gonna make it so that this unit is not as good as Purgatory Meliodas. Even with these super high CC, I do think overall that if you do not have a lot of the things for LR LOSTVAYNE, like his Holy Relic, like the dupe levels on his ultimate, like his cosmetics, if you are missing some of these things, you're gonna be kind of lacking for your LR Meli, and that's when Purgatory Meli is going to be the better character. And an example, another example I'd like to mention too is if like both characters were 1 out of 6, let's say as well, and you have really low investment on LR LOSTVAYNE, like no Holy Relic and 1 out of 6, I would actually say Purgatory Meli is better, just outright. He is going to be a better character option because Purgatory Meli doesn't need all this extra stuff. Like he has it all in his passive, right? It's all in his passive. Whereas like LOSTVAYNE, he needs to gain a lot of the things that he does is because of the Holy Relic, his extra outfits, the dupe levels on his cards, right? On his ultimate, right? So even though his cards can hit very, very strong and his passive obviously giving the attack related and the crit defense is pretty good, you're only really going to be seeing the tankiness for LOSTVAYNE and not necessarily the damage. From what my testing was when I actually used him on my free-to-play account versus my whale account, right? Which is this is my whale account right here. But I would say overall, if you have both of them completely maxed out though, that's a different scenario. That's where I would say LR LOSTVAYNE actually beats out Purgatory Meli, because when he's fully maxed out and he has his Holy Relic, he has all the costumes, 6 out of 6, you know, max gear, he's gonna actually do so much more than Purgatory Meli in the fights that he's just gonna outshine him overall, right? And yeah, I mean, it also just does depend as well, guys, on like what team comps you're running. So like obviously Demon team with Purgatory Meli is gonna be a little bit better than LR LOSTVAYNE, and then obviously Sin team with LR LOSTVAYNE is gonna be a lot better than the Purgatory Meli variant. So overall, guys, it really comes down to which character you have invested in more versus the other, which is really gonna come down to, because honestly, when you look at both the characters of Purgatory Meli and LOSTVAYNE, their main difference is that LOSTVAYNE is more centered around just any team really, while Purgatory Meli is kind of like one team. But the difference between that is that Purgatory Meli has all of his like, you know, kit pretty much centered around his passive, right? And it doesn't necessarily require high dupes for Purgatory Meliodas to perform really well, or have a ton of outfits for him to perform really well. He just does that, right? Whereas like LR LOSTVAYNE, he does require a lot of help in that he needs the Holy Relic, he needs the outfits, he needs the dupes on his ultimate for him to shine, because he's just a little bit lackluster if you are lacking those things. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much what I would say. At the bare minimum, this is like the TLDR then. If you guys have them both kind of, you know, relatively leveled up, but they're not like, you know, max invested in, I'm definitely gonna say Purgatory Meli is the better character. But if you have them both completely maxed out with the max outfits on both of them, the max, you know, dupe levels and all of that, I'm definitely gonna recommend LR Meliodas, because at the maximum he is going to be better, but at the minimum Purgatory Meli is better. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Who do you guys think is better overall, you know, Purgatory Meliodas or LR Meliodas? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as always. If you guys want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section below, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.